Actually doing that back in the good old days.
Let's go! Intercepted all day, baby! Yeah! Let's go now! Take me out, hey, here I come! Here I come! Here I come!
They'll run on first down. Jackson able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 31.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On third down. It's Jackson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Pat Tillman. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Jackson, he's going to float this one. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll run again with Jackson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run now with Bo Jackson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
52. Watch 52. Go, baby.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's taken down inside the 30. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 29-yard line. On first down, it's Jackson down to the 25. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. From the 25 on second down, Mahomes. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by an American hero, Pat Tillman. And the return will stop right around the 25. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away. Yeah,
the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 50, mark 50, mark 50. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
Throwing now is Jackson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45.
Yellow. Let's go on, 80. Hey, pick your game up. Hey, Mike 52.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Here we go. Hey, Mike, pick anything yellow. Check three.
Now Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he caught it up. And this is recovered by the Chargers. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed.
Brings up second and 11 at the 29-yard line.
You got three down.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defensive.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that'll do it for Charles Davis, the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more. With Charles.
Without a top-flight quarterback, the way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This will be taken short. And he is going to be taken down inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Check 4, check 4. General, West.
First down, Vic. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Yellow. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Switch. Yellow. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Jim. Yellow, go. Hey, watch it. Out.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
All day, dog. Whip. 15. Rush in.
The first carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here we go. Motion.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes fighting to stay upright. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
50. All day. Check safety. Shift. You got tight.
They'll run on first down. Jackson, he takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the run. They're running it. Watch twist. He's coming. 15. Check. Here goes 15. Crunch. Undercrunch.
On the run, it's Bo Jackson. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On first down, Dickerson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Brandon Cooks, 69 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is down to 2. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Through one quarter, 9-7 our score. They'll run on first down. It's Jackson, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Hey, check. 3. Check. Check. Hot. Empty. 36.
On second down, it's Jackson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Come on out here. Come get some.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, with that incompletion, Charles, let's talk about the coaching carousel. Some new guys in new places. Ron Rivera to Washington. We got Mike McCarthy in Dallas. Matt Rule up from the college ranks to Carolina. And for the Giants, Joe Judge. Any surprises in your mind?
Well, I think you start with Joe Judge going to the Giants, coming from New England, where he was the special teams coach for most of his career. And this season added wide receivers to his duties. Well regarded within the ranks of the NFL. Not much known about him to the outside world. It's kind of a reveal to everyone. Joe Judge, people will now get to know who he is, because most people thought Matt Rule was going to go to New York. He ends up in Carolina. And then, of course, Ron Rivera, he would have been a...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Brandon Cooks. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants have taken the lead. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
What you got, Abby? Give me
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. On second down now, Dickerson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Yellow. Go on, 80. Let's go, D. Let's go. Say. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Hey, 57. Tight dog.
On first down, Dickerson. 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is now 2.
Makes the score Dolphins 16, Giants 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
The throw on second down from Vick, incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it's 3rd and short.
Now you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Michael Vick. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Vick to throw it out to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Vick, flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick steps away to his left, and he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Michael Vick, his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken short.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
43. 43. Let's go, Mike 50. You're trapped. Attack. Check. Fresno.
Mahomes now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Here as he's taken down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. This will be the final play of the half. Vick. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall,
through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Double dog, that's the way. Bang! Hey, 43. Bang, bang. Switch. Check. Tighten up.
They'll try and run it here. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it will stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
They're on 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive, because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well, and he would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the All-Pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
And as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way, 5 players named to the All-Pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback Lamar Jackson.
Yes, and rightly so, and I fully expect him to be named the MVP when we get to NFL honors right before the Super Bowl. He's going to sweep all of those, and he deserves it. Carried that team throughout.
It got his man complete. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ted Hendricks making his presence felt.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing, Vic. Now they go screen. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
3rd and long for Vic. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Tucker now for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Dolphins 29, Giants 21.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken very short. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football.
He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A big play there. 88 yards as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. From the gun, Vick on the move to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll run on 1st down. Dickerson. He's got a 1st down past the 30. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his feet as far as he's concerned.
Well, he's saying I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you all know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there, let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
On the run, this is Jackson. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sean Phillips in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 26. Check 26. Hey, Rimley.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, 57.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over. Now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Jackson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Check the backer, check the backer.
From the shotgun, it's Vick. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. John Randall dropping the hammer.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Vick now. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
At the 45-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You don't want that, baby. You don't want that. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is caught by Jackson. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Jim. Hey, watch it. Out. Check 37. 49's the mic, watch 49.
Here's Christian McCaffrey. His pops was a giant at the 31. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Shoot. Whip. Watch the whip. Rush in. Slam. Attack. Hatchet. Check safety. Shift.
They'll try the left side. Dickerson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Back to throw. Mahomes. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Zach Ertz, 34 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a two-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Vic to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Snatched by the safety, Ed Reed. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Check the out, check the out, check the out. You go tight. You got tight. You got 57. Watch twist. He's coming.
On first down, it's Jackson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy. 49. 49's the mic. 49's the mic. Attack. 49, guys. Mike, 49. All day, baby, all day. 49's the mic. Watch 49.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
49's the mic. 49's the mic. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
To throw is Mahomes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Sean Phillips able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A good return there, 17 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, Stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium. From up top next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, we were already excited for this game. And then before the contest, you and I are down on the field outside the white lines.
Yes, we were following the rules.
We were following the rules, and a ball comes over our direction, but we can't see it. Somebody yells heads up, and instinctively you turn around and you snare it one-handed with your off left hand. So now we're really ready for football.
No gloves either.
No gloves.
No gloves. Not like what the guys are wearing playing the game now. But wasn't that a whole lot better than that time we were down there? And I got the coffee spilled on me when I got nailed by the punt returner.
That happened to the Vikings, right?
Yes, a much better job of being heads up this time. Thank you for the notice.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. The fullback comes through with a big play there.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Peyton. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's got a man. It's T.O. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Mahomes. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Rob Gronkowski there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here we go. Yes, hold on. 15. Check back 15. Switch it. Come on, switch it. 50's the mark. 50's the mark. Hey, check 3.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Cunningham. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing on 2nd down. Mahomes flush to his right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out. Being chased out left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Willie Lanier.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time, it was definitely an or not.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On second down, it's Jackson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. Buying time to his left. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. They'll run on first down. Jackson. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Cunningham to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole.
And the pressure gets to him again. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now Sanders. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Walter Payton. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Payton. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. On 1st down, Payton. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
To to throw. It's Mahomes. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to sweetness, Walter Payton, but now it'll be third down.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Mahomes going to throw, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. This one caught by Terrell Owens. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Terrell Owens, 37 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cunningham looking to throw. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Cunningham going up top. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50.
And look at this, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, Cunningham. And it's caught, the tight end Hill. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. He'll hit Jackson complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and through, and that'll make our score 14-7.
14, Giants 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken short. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Well, that play reminded me of Michael Strahan in 2001 when he was absolutely incredible. That was the year he set the single-season record for most sacks with 22 and a half.
And not surprisingly, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And Sanders now to return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10.
At the 47-yard line.
Yellow. 180. Get him. Hey, 57, 57.
They'll run on 1st down. Peyton. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
That's complete to Christian Okoye. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. They'll run now with Okoye. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play,
and he is in. Touchdown, New York. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This will be taken short. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a throw from outside the pocket, complete out left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On first down, it's Cunningham. They set up the screen to Bo. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now it's Jackson. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On second down now, it's Jackson. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys are back within a single score. The point after is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That's complete to his running back, Peyton. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4.
Check, check. Lucky.
On first down, Peyton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
There he goes, left side, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. The Giants on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3, and an alley to run. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On second down, here's Barkley. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. The Giants on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Cunningham rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.